Here's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Here comes Otten in motion. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And the Bucs have got a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. That's good for 11 and a 1st down. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. A short game, down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. I'll pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. Good blocking, and he's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown Buccaneers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half. McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. To return is Greg Dortch. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Connor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Harrison.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Murray on third down. That's complete to Watkins. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch, and brings up first down.
Murray gonna hand this to Benson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Again, it's Benson. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down, 1st and goal.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
On first down, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
On second down, here's a run with Connor. And he'll be taken down, but now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A pickup there of 28 yards.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They send Evans in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That is caught. He got Godwin. And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. He's going to tuck it and go.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Irving. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Throwing is Baker. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
A give. This is Irving. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. They'll run. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's into the hands of his receiver, Watkins.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll air this one out for Watkins.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing again is Murray. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. To throw again is Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Again, it's Murray. A short one. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bucs have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Bucs offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans getting set for this drive. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Murray's going to throw again. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison.
To number 18, Marvin Harrison Jr. It's a gain of 6. First down, Cardinals.
They'll throw on first down with Murray. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll try and run for this with Connor. Only need a yard, and it's fourth down. They'll run for it, and it's Connor. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Buccaneers offense and receiver Chris Godwin set to take over again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 23-yard line.
They'll go again here with Irving. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Kicking time for the Bucks. They'll punt it away. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Cards offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Now he takes off.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Second down, Murray. There he goes again. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Now Murray on first down. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Third down, 3 to go. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Murray. The second down throw is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, Murray. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete. and they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the handoff, it's Irving. Bucky Irving. A big... Finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not... Better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Now the Bucs will take their first time out. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. To throw is Trask. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Trask to throw. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They bring a tight end in motion left. Throwing, Trask. Open man is Palmer. And he's in. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Buccaneers will add one more onto their big lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That one is. To McBride. And he'll get about 8 on that. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Murray. That one knocked away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Third and 2. Now Murray. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, They timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
A throw on the move is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Extra point now by Riley. He knocks it through. And the Cardinals cut into the lead a little bit.
Cardinals 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a 2nd and 12. They'll stick with him again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, working his way for a short pickup to the 48. Here's a 2nd and 9. So a win here for the Buccaneers. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game. Ride back to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.